Hey you guys, what's up? My name is Daniel. Welcome back to Tech Bright. So, as you may or may not know, I bought the iPhone 7 Plus Jet Black, and I also bought the Apple Matte Black case with it. Now, today I want to talk to you about the portrait effect, which is actually the second software update for this. It definitely is an awesome feature, but it does have some downfalls. So I'm going to take you guys over to my computer and show you guys exactly what's going on. And by the way, if you're thinking that this is a weird angle, it's because my little tiny tripod broke. So you're just sitting on top of a sponge, basically. Okay, guys, so here is the Photoshop with all of the pictures that I have already put on it, because I want to show you the portrait effect and then the copy of the portrait effect where everything is completely clear, like so. And then when you move over again, you're going to see the portrait effect. Now you can clearly see that it did blur everything out, and the first example that I'm showing you right now is actually in complete, I just want to say daylight, but it was a cloudy day, but we were still outside. It took a pretty clear picture, and as you go through these pictures, you're going to see how much worse it gets in low lighting. This is an amazing picture, but I want to show you something. If you look at this looks extremely clear, and I agree. I mean, it is clear, but you can see some little problems when you get up in the details. Like if you look here, you're going to be able to see that it tried to blur out some of the finger. There was a section of the bow in the background right here that it didn't really do well. It kind of is missing those fine edges, which is okay for the first couple of versions, especially because this is an awesome feature to just whip out into a phone. But let me zoom in to the same spot so that we can toggle back and forth on this picture. See, it actually did blur out a lot of the details, and it looks clearer on the focused in image only because of the blur in the background. So the high contrast makes you think, holy crap, this is an amazing picture, but is it really? Okay, so this is the same image, but inside in less lighting. So what you're going to see right now is the clear image. This is a regular telephoto lens that is supposed to just take a plain image. There's nothing that is blurred out. You're going to be able to see the bow tie, and yes, it's a bow tie for a little puppy. You can see the blurred out background, and you're still going to get that portrait effect, but it doesn't look very clear because of the low lighting. And it wasn't even that dark inside of the house, so that is a problem for me. Okay, so here's another picture of the puppy the bow tie goes on top of. I think I'm going to have a heart attack in this video. Okay, so anyways, whatever. So this is my friend Sydney holding her new dog, and it's outside at nighttime in the dark. This is the clear image, and you're going to notice, actually, if you get up on it, you're going to be able to see the grain, because for some reason the shutter on the new iPhone is absolutely terrible, and I'm not really sure why. But when you pan out, we're going to flip back and forth. This is the clear picture. This is the portrait mode. Now you can clearly see that yes, it did blur out some of the background, but it didn't really make that much of a difference because of the grain and the terrible shutter that is on the camera. Low lighting does not do this camera very well. This feature kind of just sucks in low lighting. So unless you're really out in the daytime, you're not really going to notice that big of a difference. Yes, it kind of improves the picture quality, but what you guys can't see from these two pictures is how hard of a time we had trying to get these two pictures. This portrait mode, I swear it kept giving me like a big yellow letter that said move farther back, move closer, move farther, now move closer. And then finally when it said depth effect, it only did it for like a millisecond, and I was barely able to snap this shot. Now we're going to take it back to Christmas because I love Christmas, and it's kind of just around the corner, but not really. It's like when you have that coworker that starts singing Christmas songs right after Christmas. and you know who you are, this is the plain picture. This is the plain picture. It is low lighting, but technically you have a bunch of lights surrounding the object. So in low lighting, as long as you have some lighting, I wanted to show you it is going to be a good picture. But here, let's go to the portrait effect. Boom. Now, as you can see, I did click on the Christmas ornament. So it was in focus. It was the object that I wanted to have the portrait effect on. If you move back and forth, you're going to notice this Christmas light and this branch on this Christmas tree, it kind of did like a double focusing motion, but I didn't notice this until after I put these in Photoshop, because you can't tell whenever you're taking the picture if it does it or not, when I am clearly focusing on this right here. Now, if you can see the grain, and I will get up closer, this is not dust on the Christmas ornament. This is grain from low light, which bothers me because this shot could have been much, much better if the camera had a better shutter. It would have been a lot more shiny of a Christmas ornament, and it was. I swear it's not dirty, it's just the low light problem. Okay, so I don't know who these people are, but they clearly look like they're best friends. Me and Cindy were sitting down having some dinner. This is the clearest picture. This is not the portrait mode. This is the portrait mode. Now this is okay. This is not bad. This wasn't necessarily low lighting, but it was kind of strange lighting. Like, I mean, it was like if you looked at the lights long enough, you got dizzy. Just because I didn't like the white balance that was in the room, and I don't know if that played a part in it or not. But if you toggle back and forth, you can see it did a pretty decent job at the portrait effect, but I would have very much so liked it to be 10 times more blurrier than what it was. And if you look in between our heads, it does not blur that portion out, and I would have liked it to. And maybe in the newer softwares when it comes out, it's going to be able to do something like that. But I mean, since it's new technology right now, I'm not going to knock it that bad, because I mean, it's just on a phone. This is not a professional camera we've got here. And this is the next image, which is the lowest light image that I have out of all of these pictures. I really wanted to show you this last. This is not the portrait effect, but if I zoom in, look how grainy that is. Now, I mean, I really like this picture, and there are very rare times that you're going to take a picture, it's going to have crappy shutter and look grainy, but it's going to look good. Sometimes the grain from these kind of cameras you can use to your advantage, and you can take a picture with it. The grain looks good. I personally liked the grain in this picture. This is the first picture that I have ever taken where I'm like, oh, just because the camera is not as good as I want it to be, my photo came out looking better. And you're not going to get that many pictures that look like that. It makes me think of like a vintage type photo. When you take it and you snapshot it really fast, that's what I think of when I see this picture. And it looks good, it makes me happy. But would this picture have looked better if the specs were upgraded and the shutter was better? If the grain was not there, would it have been even better of a photo than it is now? Anyways, let me know what you think about portrait mode. Put it down in the comments below. I really want to see if you guys like it. Do you have the same problem with your phone? I'm very interested to see what y'all's thoughts are on this. Be sure to like this video. If you want to see more iPhone videos, I've definitely been thinking about like whipping some out and focusing on smartphones, and specifically my new iPhone, because I haven't got to play with it that much. I love all of you guys. Be sure to like this video. Again, put a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of these photos. If you're having the same shutter problem and grainy effect and low lighting that I am, and overall, what do you think of the portrait mode? And if you have not already done so, subscribe to this channel, because I love all of you guys, and I love making videos for you guys, no matter how tired I am, and that's very tired right now, in case you were wondering. I'll see you guys later. Bye.